Hey everyone, what is going on? And I'm excited to announce that I did win my weighted Fusion Cup tournament. I was debating on weighing this one or the Orlando one, and I ultimately decided to weigh this one. I'm not going to really talk much in the introduction. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it, start commentating the battle. So let's go ahead and take a look at my opponent's team. He has Bronzong, Wigglytuff, Wishcash, Noctowl, Shiftry, and Alolan Marowak. And my team will be Noctowl, Bronzong, Shiftry, Cloyster, Alolan Marowak, and Wishcash. And that Cloyster helped me out so much. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So he is going to go ahead and get off that Mud Bomb against my Cloyster. That's totally fine. I did go ahead and take a shield, so I'm satisfied with that. Cloyster does beat Wishcash. Unless if Wishcash decides to shield because of the attack debuff. It also beats Pokemon like Wigglytuff. I am loving Cloyster. It absolutely won me this tournament. I was a little bit nervous because I know they introduced Escavalier, and that with Counter is going to beat Cloyster for the most part, but I didn't think people would bring it in this tournament because I didn't think they would have enough practice with it, and I was correct. Nobody had it on their team. Other Pokemon to look out for would have been Heracross, as well as, I guess, Poliwrath with Dynamic Punch would have been well with Mudshot, but I don't think I really faced much of that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go for the Blizzard right now against his Shiftry. Unfortunately, he called the bait earlier. That was unfortunate for me. So I do switch into my Bronzong. I am going to go ahead and catch this Leaf Blade, which I guess is good, but we're not going to be doing much against his Shiftry, so not really in a great position. He will go for the Foul Play. That's going to knock out my Bronzong, and now we have a Wishcash. Yeah, really not looking good for us. I do have that shield, so I do go ahead and shield, thinking, well, maybe I could get to the Blizzard. So he does go for the Leaf Blade, and I'm trying to get to the Blizzard. It was close. May have been a CMP tie. It looked like it was, but he does get me, and he gets the Leaf Blade off against my Wishcash. So he's going to go ahead and actually pretty much destroy me in that game, so way to go. Getting a little bit nervous, I guess, but that's okay. We're going to jump into game 2. We're going to lead with Cloyster again, and we do go ahead and catch the lead. He does lead with Noctowl, so definitely favorable for us. He is going to go ahead and pull the switch into his Bronzong, and I am charging up for the Hydro Pump. I'm like, well, maybe he won't see this coming. Maybe he won't shield it, and he does go ahead and shield it, so that was a nice shield on his end. I do switch into Shiftry though, and we're going to be able to wall Bronzong's attack, so we can take Psyshock, and I'm just charging up to Foul Play, charging up a little bit extra. He will get off his charge move against me, which will be that Psyshock, but again, we could take it, just charging up energy so we have enough for whatever comes in, and I will go ahead and get off that Foul Play against the Bronzong. He will allow it to fall, so we're looking okay. I mean, we are up a shield, and we're up a Pokemon, so let's see what happens. Let's see what he does decide to bring in. We do have energy. Going to be that Wigglytuff. Definitely going for Leaf Blade right away against his Wigglytuff. Let's see if he shields it. A little bit of lag. We were both lagging, so we agreed to continue going on. So I am going to go ahead and switch out into my Noctowl. Didn't want him to farm down my Shiftry, so I do go ahead and go for that Sky Attack right now against his Wigglytuff. He will opt to shield that, so at least we took both shields, so we still have both of our shields. He does go ahead and get off a charge move. I am going to go ahead and shield this. I think my goal at this point is just to farm down. No, I don't farm down. I guess that was a CMP tie. I thought I farmed down, but didn't want to risk it with Charm, I guess. So we do go ahead and knock out that Wigglytuff, and now he brings in a Noctowl of his own. I am going to go ahead and allow this Noctowl to go down, but you have to keep in mind we still have that Cloyster alive, so looking pretty good. Going to go ahead and bring in Cloyster right now. We could shield it if he gets off a charge attack, but we're able to get off this Icy Wind against the Noctowl. Definitely powerful for us. Doesn't knock him out, actually, so I am going to go ahead and shield this one up. And that Sky Attack probably would have knocked us out even after the debuff, and then we're able to feint his Noctowl. So we do go ahead and win game 2, so it is 1-1 right now. So way to go, Cloyster. I'm loving Cloyster, as I said. It helped me out a lot in this cup. I mean, that debuff is huge. Even if you're going up against things that's not favorable for it, the debuff is still pretty powerful. So he does lead with Wigglytuff. I lead with Noctowl. Not really favorable for me. I mean, we could at least get to the Sky Attacks fast, right? So we do go ahead and get to the Sky Attack right now against his Wigglytuff. Taking a shield, I am going to go ahead and switch into Bronzong. And he does switch, but it takes him a little bit, so that's good for me. That allows me to get to my Bulldoze. Hoping he doesn't shield it. Let's see if he decides to. He does. So correct play. He does go ahead and shield that. It wouldn't have knocked it out, but it would have done a good amount of damage. He does get off a Bone Club. I am able to take that. And we're just trying to get off a Side Shock just to get whatever damage we can against the Marowak, but we're not able to do so. So I bring in my Noctowl, and I know I resist Bone Club as well as Shadow Ball. So this is the scenario where I farm down with my Noctowl, not the Wigglytuff, I think. So he will hit me with a Bone Club, but again, I could take it. We are up to shield, so that's really good for us. I could take a Shadow Ball as well as a Bone Club. So unless if someone's running a powerful move like Fire Blast, we can resist all those moves. Although I do switch into my Shift Tree, so I guess that's not the move where I farm down. But anyway, we can resist both of his moves as well. So I am going to go ahead and just farm him down. So I do farm him down with that. So I was correct. I do farm him down. And I knew the Wigglytuff was coming in. So I'm like, okay, we cannot be one-shotted by this Wigglytuff. So that's why I decided to farm down. So I can have back-to-back Leaf Blades against the Wigglytuff. Because I knew Wigglytuff was coming in. And I knew I wanted to knock him out before he did any charge damage to me. Because my shield are not going to care about Charm, right? Charm gets right through shield. You cannot shield a Charm. So that was my ultimate goal, was to bring in the Shift Tree and just farm him down, have enough to go back-to-back Leaf Blades on that Wigglytuff so we don't have to worry about Charm. So it did end up working out for me, and we do go ahead and win that. So we're jumping into the next game, round 2 against my brother. So we're playing round 2. He has Altaria, Alolan Sandslash, Wishcash, Noctowl, Shift Tree, and Alolan Marowak. So double flyers, so pretty interesting. He will go and opt to use that Mud Bomb immediately, doesn't want to take the debuff. But I will go ahead and go for the Icy Wind right now. Not expecting a shield. Let's see if he does shield. He does not. So that's fine, but at least we got the debuff, and now his Mud Bombs are going to do less damage. So because of that, we're actually able to win this matchup if he doesn't shield. So we are going to go ahead and get to another Icy Wind. So we do get to that Icy Wind against the Wishcash, and he will not shield that one, and then we're able to feint the Wishcash. So we still have energy left, a little bit, not much. I was hoping to get to another Icy Wind, and it unfortunately was not going to happen, but look how much damage we did to that Shift Tree. So I'm going to bring in my Noctowl, and charging up, he switches into Noctowl, and I actually pull the switch. I was a blind switch. I noticed it was Noctowl as soon as I was switching out. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and shield this Sky Attack up. And I am just keep on charging up, and I go for the Blizzard. I was debating on the buff. I was, I was trying to make him believe it was a bluff because I was charging at the bottom of the screen. To maybe he would think it was going to be a Mud Bomb, but he didn't. He correctly shielded that. So I will go ahead and shield that Sky Attack. And I am just charging up energy, and I believe, let's see, he goes for the Sky Attack right now. Is this going to knock me out? I don't think so. It does not. So I do go ahead and go for the bluff. But at this point, it really doesn't matter whether or not he shields. He actually does shield it, but I was pretty sure I couldn't get to a Blizzard. However, he switches, and so do I. So I switch, and I am able to take this Foul Play. It is a Foul Play, but we're still able to take it. I do go for my Sky Attack. I was going to try and farm him down, but I was afraid he could get to another Foul Play. And honestly, he probably could have. And then he brings in his own Noctowl. And I am going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack against the Noctowl. So we do get off damage against the Noctowl. Pretty good. He is able to get off a Sky Attack though. And this is going to knock out my Noctowl. And then I bring in my Wishcash. And I'm able to get to that Blizzard, guys. I get to the Blizzard. I didn't think I would be able to make it, but we're able to make it and win on 1 HP. Crazy. Both of us were like, oh man, that was so close. I thought I had it. He said he thought he had it. He said good games after he knocked me out with Noctowl against my Shift. Well, he knocked my Shift Tree out, right, with Noctowl. Well, he knocked my Noctowl out with his Noctowl. He's like, good games. But then I come in and I am able to get to the Blizzard. He didn't think I'd be able to. But anyway, I go ahead and I have my Cloyster right now. I am going to go for that Icy Wind against his Wishcash. We'll lower his attack. Definitely will take that. The reason I decided to block the first Mud Bomb was because I knew it would do more damage. Obviously, now that his Mud Bombs are weakened, I decided to block the first one, see how that matchup goes. So I am going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind right now. He will shield it up. Totally fine. And then he is going to go ahead and go for this charge move. I knew I could take it. It's going to do about half to where I am right now. So we are able to take it, and I am charging up to an Icy Wind. Unfortunately, he gets off his charge move first. I do shield it, hoping that it didn't go through like when I tapped on it, but unfortunately it does, because if it didn't, I would have been able to farm him down and have Icy Wind for whatever came in. So unfortunately, it was a CMP tie. But now he's going to bring in his Alolan Marowak. I can knock it to another Icy Wind. Yeah, the damage wasn't important, but I just wanted to get to lower his attack. But I do bring in Noctowl, and I know that Noctowl resists both of Alolan Marowak's moves, Bone Club and Shadow Ball, so we're able to take that just fine. I am going to go ahead and go for a Sky Attack. I know this will not knock out Marowak, but I want to get as much damage as possible off against it. And now I think I could just farm him down, right? And then we'll have energy for whatever comes in. He might switch though. Let's see what happens. He hits me with a Bone Club. We're able to easily take that. Shadow Ball is doing well. We actually do go for the Sky Attack. I thought I farmed down something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, he does shield it up, and I do switch into my Wish Cache. He is going to go ahead and go for a charge move. I do expect that Shadow Ball. It's actually going to be a Bone Club. Maybe he was afraid he couldn't get to it. He does bring in Shift Tree, and I am going to go ahead and have enough for a Blizzard. That's why I switched out, because I wanted to try and get enough for a Blizzard against the Shift Tree before he was able to get to a Leaf Blade. That's why I switched out against the Alolan Marowak, and I was able to farm up enough energy. So we do win the set, but we're going to jump into Game 3 anyway. I do lead with my Cloyster again. He leads with Alolan Marowak. So this is not favorable for me unless if I hit a Hydro Pump. So that's basically what I'm going to go for. I don't know if he knows Cloyster has Hydro Pump. He probably does. But I am going to go ahead and charge up to the Hydro Pump, and he'll hit me with another charge move. It could have been Shadow Ball, but I do go ahead and decide to take it. And we are going to go ahead and charge up to that Hydro Pump. So I do go for the Hydro Pump, hoping that this goes through. It does, so it will knock out that Alolan Marowak. So that's pretty good for us. He will bring in Wish Cache. I'm trying to get to an Icy Wind. We actually get to another Icy Wind, which is going to lower his attack. So that is absolutely fantastic for us. So his attack is lowered. He does farm me down, but at least we did more than half to him. Plus, we lowered his attack, so I'll take it. We do bring in Wish Cache, and his Wish Cache is going to go ahead and get off a charge move. It will be a Mud Bomb. So because we lowered his attack, we're going to be able to take it, and we'll be able to take this one as well. We could have taken it anyway, but we take it better now. So I am going to go ahead and charge up extra energy and then fire off a Mud Bomb against this Wish Cache. So it will do a decent amount, and he's going to go ahead and get off one of his own. And I believe at this point I could just farm down that Wish Cache. Let's see if I decide to. I do not. I could have probably farmed it down. I think I was afraid that he would have gotten to another one and knocked me out. But I probably could have tried to farm it down. Anyway, I do try and switch, but it doesn't go through. So I just go along with it and try to get to the Blizzard. And I'm actually not able to, which is really unfortunate. So because of that, I'm down a lot of energy with my Noctowl. So probably could have played this last game a little bit better. I tried to switch into Noctowl immediately, but it didn't go through, and because it didn't go through, I just decided to try and get to the Blizzard with my Wish Cache, but I wasn't able to do so, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack, and he will shield out one up, but at this point, it's basically all but over, because he's up energy, plus he's up a shield, so yeah, in the mirror match, you're not going to win if you're down a shield, basically, unless if they have super low energy. So my Noctowl is definitely going to be going down. So he does shield this one up, correct play, of course. And then he will get off a Sky Attack, or what I assume to be a Sky Attack, and this is going to be able to knock me out. But we still won the first two games, so we still win round 2. So good games, and we're going to go ahead and jump into round 3. So my opponent, Corvera, a very good friend of mine, has Venusaur, Cloyster, Wish Cache, Noctowl, Bronzong, and Alolan Marowak. So the only difference is he has a Venusaur and I have a Shift Tree. Other than that, our teams are the same. Only other person that ran Cloyster as well. So it's very interested to see how this goes. Now I know this is not a favorable matchup for Cloyster. However, if we can go for the Hydro Pump, it's going to do a lot of damage. So I do go ahead and go for that Hydro Pump, hoping he would think it was an Icy Wind, as he does. So he still wins it, but he's at like 1 HP. So I do come in with my Shift Tree and just knock him out immediately before that confusion comes through. He does bring in Noctowl, and I am going to go ahead. I tried to switch, it didn't go through, so I'm like, well, I'll just go for the Foul Play now. Yeah, my switches have not been going through all the time, so I do go ahead and switch into Noctowl, so at least we're able to catch the Sky Attack. We don't take it with Shift Tree. He'll put the switch into his Wish Cache. That's totally fine. Do have to watch out for that Blizzard, but, you know, I'll take it. Do go ahead and go for that Sky Attack. Now, I do make a risky play. He gets up to the Blizzard, and I don't risk him. Like, this is definitely going to be a bait. I don't chance it. It is a bait Mud Bomb, so I do call that correctly. I think that if I had shielded that, I think I would have lost. Or if it was a Blizzard, I would have lost. So that was kind of risky, but I do go ahead and risk it. He will shield that. I am going to go ahead and shield this one up because at this point, I don't want to take the chance. It actually is going to be another Mud Bomb, so that was another bait, but that's totally fine. I do switch into my Shift Tree. And I'm kind of worried this is going to be a Blizzard. It actually is, so he does knock out my Shift Tree. So we're just trying to farm him down at this point. I am going to go ahead and take this because I know he's not going to have enough energy for a Blizzard. So it's going to be a Mud Bomb, and this is where I farm down this Noctowl. This is where I farm down with Noctowl because I wanted energy against his opposing Noctowl. So I do go ahead and go for that Sky Attack. And he does take it, and we go for another Sky Attack. Now, keep in mind, he still has a shield, guys. So that's why I wanted the energy for the Noctowl. So I do go ahead and take that shield, and we get to another Sky Attack. He probably had enough for a Sky Attack, but I could have shielded it, so we would have won anyway. So we do go ahead and win that one. Very close game. I called that bait correctly the first time. I think that's what won it for me. If I had shielded that, don't think I would have won. But either way, very good games, very good games. Always a pleasure battling Corvera, always a pleasure. So, let's go ahead and jump into game 2. I'm going to lead with my Cloyster. Yet again, I love Cloyster, guys. So, he's going to lead with his Wish Cache. And a little bit of lag, but it didn't affect either of us, so we just went with it. I am going to go ahead and allow this one to go through. It is going to be a Mud Bomb, of course, so that's fine. And then we do get off an Icy Wind. So, just trying to lower his attack. That's the ultimate goal. Even if, well, he doesn't, like, Wish Cache doesn't resist Icy Wind, but even if he does, even if you use Icy Wind against a Bronzong, you're still lowering its attack, so it's still doing something, right? So he hits us with a Mud Bomb, and we're going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind against that Wish Cache. So that will not knock him out, but then one more will, so we are able to feint him down. And now he brings in his opposing Cloyster. So I'm like, okay, well, I knew I'd be able to get to an Icy Wind. So we do get to an Icy Wind. And we're going to be able to lower his attack. So I'll take it. I'll take it. I think he's just trying to feint me down at this point, which is a good play. Perhaps I should have switched. So now he has energy loaded. So I am going to go ahead and bring in my Bronzong. Now, because he clicked his charge move immediately, I was assuming it wasn't a Hydro Pump. And it is going to be an Icy Wind. So I do take it. It does lower my attack, which is obviously not a good thing. But we're still doing a decent amount of damage. It's only by one stage, so I'll take it. We're in a pretty good position. We do take his shield, and he will go ahead and go for a charge move. This one I will shield up. This one's going to be the Hydro Pump, so we do call that one correctly. That would have knocked us out, or come very close. I think it would have knocked us out. So at this point, I'm just trying to feint him. I know this is not a Hydro Pump. It's going to lower our attack, which is not good. But I'm basically trying to charge up energy, and then my goal is to just switch out immediately and get that all of that debuff removed. So we have energy ready to go, so we're not debuffed anymore. So he does have his Noctowl, which obviously is not good for us, but we're still able to get off these foul plays relatively fast. So I'll definitely take it. He will allow that to go through. He still has the shield, keep that in mind. But we have a Bronzong. We're going to get off another one. Totally expecting the shield at this point because this would almost knock out his Noctowl. So he does shield. And, you know, he is going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. Probably afraid that I could get to another foul play. And I probably could have. If I couldn't have, I would have went for the Leaf Blade. Anyway, because we stored up energy, we're able to fire off a Side Shock and then feint him down with Confusion. So we do go ahead and win the round, but we're going to do a game 3 anyway. So very good games. So let's jump into round 3, shall we? So I do lead with Shift Tree this time. He leads with the Alolan Marowak. Again, expecting that Cloyster. That happened like all 3 games, right? Leading with the Alolan Marowak to try and counter my Cloyster because like I was leading with Cloyster. Now I change it up into my Shift Tree. Going for the foul play. He lets it go through. So we're doing some good damage to that Alolan Marowak. So I'll definitely take it. And he's going to get off a charge move. We resist both of them. Unless if he has, as I said, Fire Blast, which might be a decent tech on a Alolan Marowak. That's maybe for another video. But unfortunately, I click on my charge move immediately, which is going to be Leaf Blade. I should have clicked on Foul Play immediately. But that's okay. At least we get some damage off against them. Bringing in that Cloyster. So we didn't lead with Cloyster, but we still have him in this game. So we're going to go ahead and shield this attack up. Going to be that Sky Attack. And I figure, well, he is actually going to switch. My goal was to Icy Wind that, maybe take a shield from Noctowl, and then at least we lower his attack. but he'll switch and we'll be lowering this Wish Cash's attack. So Wish Cash will go ahead and go for his Mud Bomb, and we're going to be able to take it a lot better than we could have before. So we actually get off another Icy Wind, so lowering his attack again. So as I mentioned already, Cloyster is super annoying. It really is. So he's going to go ahead and go for a Mud Bomb, but we could take it because we lowered his attack by 2. So he's going to have to get off another Mud Bomb. Maybe he could farm me down. No, he does go for the Mud Bomb, probably afraid I would get to another Icy Wind. I do shield this because I decide to risk getting to the Icy Wind, and I do get to the Icy Wind and he switches, and I'm actually really happy to see that switch. He will block it, but we did lower that Noctowl's attack, so now all we have to do is just farm him down with Confusions and have energy ready to go for Wish Cash. So even if this is a Nightshade, as it should be, but we're still able to take it, and we're just going to farm him down with Confusions and have energy ready to go for the Wish Cash. So we do click on my Psyshock immediately against Wish Cash, and that will be enough to seal the deal. So we do actually go ahead and win Game 3. So winning 3-0 against Corvera, but very tough matches. Thank you so much for battling. I really do appreciate it. So we're moving on to the finals against my friend Daltharang. Both of us are undefeated at this point, the only 2 undefeated. So his team is going to be that Shiftry, Alolan Ninetales, Wish Cash, Noctowl, Bronzong, and Alolan Malwax. So I did want to identify in Game 1 if that Alolan Ninetales had Charm or Powder Snow. I think more people are opting for Powder Snow on the Ninetales, as I would be too. I think it's better for Alolan Ninetales. If you're going with Charm, I think Wigglytuff is the way to go. But I was expecting Powder Snow, but I wanted to make sure. I didn't know if he was going to bring it Game 1, but I wanted to make sure what move it had, just so I would know. So we are going to go ahead and take this Blizzard, actually going for a Blizzard. Wow. So Cloyster does double resist Blizzard, so you do want to go for that Mud Bomb because it's less energy. Yeah, anyway, we are going to go ahead and knock out that Wish Cash. He does bring in Shiftry. We're trying so hard to get to another Icy Wind. I actually shield because I was pretty sure I could get to an Icy Wind, and I thought the Icy Wind would take his shield. So I'm expecting the shield, but at least we still lower his attack even if we take a shield, right? So we do take a shield as expected, and then he's going to be able to feint me. But look how much damage we did to that Shiftry. Plus we lowered his attack, which obviously is always nice. Bringing in that Noctowl, he does switch into his Alolan Ninetales. So now we do identify that it is Powder Snow. So that's good to know. I would have probably preferred to lower Alolan Ninetales attack, I guess, but Bronzong is basically a wall to it, so that's pretty good for us. I mean, we could take Charms as well as Powder Snow. We actually take Powder Snow better than we do take Charms. That Ice Beam is doing a decent amount of damage, so that's good. I mean, that can at least do something to Bronzong. We do go for the Psyshock. He actually shields it, so that's fine. So let's see, I think at this point I'm just trying to feint him down. I do take this attack, even if it's an Ice Beam, we're going to be able to take it. It's going to be a Psyshock, so we could take that a lot better. So we just feint him down, and unfortunately he gets off a charge move before I'm able to get off mine. That may have been a CMP tie, but I will allow Bronzong to go down because I knew I could feint him with my Noctowl, and then we're just going to be able to feint this Alolan Ninetales. So very good game, so we're going to jump into round 2 of the final round. I am going to lead with Shiftry. He will lead with Shiftry. I was hoping to catch that Wish Cash, but not the case. I would have much preferred to lead with Cloyster. Even though Leaf Blade would still obviously do a lot, I would have to shield that. But at least we're doing a lot with Cloyster. So I do go ahead and just go straight Leaf Blades. Definitely want to do it. Both Leaf Blade and Foul Play resisted. I was getting ready to switch. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to switch. I'm going to keep my Shiftry around to hang out with this Alolan Malwax, because if we get off a Foul Play, we're going to do a lot of damage, and his charge moves are not doing a lot to us. I'm going to let this one go through. It's going to be a Bone Club. I don't know if that was a bait or not, but I was going to let even a Shadow Ball go off, although Shadow Ball might have knocked us out of that range. It might have. I think it would have, actually. But we are able to take both shields. He does knock us out, but we take both shields. So I'll definitely take that. And now we have Noctowl to bring in, which I could have switched into, I guess, against his Alolan Malwax. I guess I could have done that, but at least we took both shields with Foul Play, which is ultimately what I wanted to do. I didn't know that he would shield twice, but ultimately I wanted to take both shields. So we are going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack, and that wasn't like, I just checked to see what I had in the back. It's going to be the Cloyster. I wasn't meaning to switch or anything, so I am going for the Sky Attacks. I do have to watch out for Blizzard. I do switch now in case he does have a Blizzard ready. I don't know if he has a Blizzard ready or not, but if it's a Blizzard, I would welcome it against my Cloyster, right? So it's going to be a Mud Bomb as expected. So he's going to get off another charge move. It's going to be another Mud Bomb as expected, but we're going to be able to just farm this Wish Cache down. So that's totally good for us. I go for the Icy Wind as soon as possible before seeing what comes in. Probably could have went for that Hydro Pump. Could have gotten to it, but that's okay. Pretty sure I could have gotten to it, but that's okay. So he's going to go ahead and hit us with a Bone Club that will knock out my Cloyster, but we still have 2 shields as well as my Noctowl, and I'm still not shielding, guys, because I know whatever attack this is, we could take it. It's going to be a Shadow Ball. We could take it really well, and now he has Shift Tree. This I am 100% shielding. No doubt about it. I have to. That's why I'm saving my shields. I don't want to be hit with strong moves, especially when I know I could take a Bone Club and a Shadow Ball. So we are going to knock out Shift Tree and then knock out his Alolan Marowak. So we do go ahead and win that round and win the 4th round and win the tournament. But we're going to be playing a third game. So I'm going to lead with my Cloyster again. I brought Cloyster every single game. I loved it, guys. I loved it. Against his Noctowl, definitely positive for us. He is going to go ahead and get off the Sky Attack. I do decide to block this one because I know if I lower his attack, those attacks are going to be doing less against Cloyster. So, yeah, that's really good for us, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Icy Wind. He does take it. He was telling me after the tournament, after the round, that he had really nothing to deal with Cloyster. I mean, I guess you have Bronzong, but again, that's okay because we're still, Hydro Pump still does a lot. We're still lowering his attack. So I do go ahead and switch into my own Bronzong, and he's going to be up energy. I am going to go ahead and take this attack, and it looks like it's going to be a bluff because it's going to be a Side Shock. So luckily I didn't shield that. So we do get to my Bulldoze, and I was trying to just go all over the screen so he couldn't tell what charge move I was using, but he shields anyway. So he's going to go ahead and get off a charge move. Let's see. I think it's going to be a Bulldoze. It is going to be a Bulldoze. It does a good amount, but we're able to take it. He does bring in Wish Cache, and we actually do get to the Side Shock. I was okay with letting my Bronzong go down, but we still get off a Side Shock, which is obviously very nice. Very nice. So he does farm us down, which is also good for him. But we do have the Noctowl. We do have to watch out for Blizzard. And we have Cloyster. So we do bring in that Cloyster. And I am going to go ahead and take this. I was pretty sure I could take this Mud Bomb. We do take it. And unfortunately, he has another one. As expected, I kind of thought he would. So I do go ahead and shield it. It is going to be a Mud Bomb, and we do get to an Icy Wind. So I am going to go ahead and go for my Icy Wind right now. So maybe we can knock him out. Maybe we could take a shield. We do take his last shield, so shields are down. So I am going to go ahead and switch into Noctowl. Not expecting the Blizzard. Didn't think he had energy at all for Blizzard. He actually gets the Blizzard off. So I'm like, oh, man. I honestly, maybe it was a miscount on my end. I just didn't think he had nearly enough for Blizzard. I was wrong. So we are going to go ahead and knock out his Bronzong, though. And then he's going to bring in his Wish Cache, and we're going to be able to knock it out despite taking that Blizzard. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was the last round and we won the set anyway. But we do go ahead and win that one. And good games to all my opponents. So as you can see, Purple Kyogre YT is victorious. So I did weigh this one. So our ranking jumped up a lot. We're like halfway from Challenger to Ace. It's crazy. So really exciting. I can't wait for Orlando next week. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.